Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
How we doing, everybody? I didn't actually mean to go live when I did. I usually like to put it out on like social media, then push public, like live, if you get me. But I'm here anyway. Hold on. You know me, Smoggy. I'm always late, bro. I'll even be late at my own funeral, bro. Literally. I can tell you right now, bro, see at my funeral, I'm gonna burst the tyres on the hearse and just make everybody wait for about an hour. That's what I'm gonna do. Telling you.
God be with you.
And you too, my good sir. 4 or 5 likes already on this, man. Holy fuck. I shouldn't have swore there. It's right at the start of the live stream. Right, we need to read. In fact, we need to... Is it this book or this book? Aye, cheers everybody for being here, man. Right, okay. Golden goose. Let's get something to eat first. Can't.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning.
You're just saying that.
Like I told you, books are valuable. And the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn
kinda
your
true,
way
that.
around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Right, let's do a team. Alrighty then, right, okay. Wait, no, look at that again. Look at it again. Henry, fucking look at that again. Right, okay. I need to look at that again. But, oh you bastard, you scared me, mustache guy.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
I don't know. I think it's this one here. I don't know, I never really had a good look at it.
Nullus est liber tam malus. Ut non...
No, I don't think it was, in
liber
fact.
parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be all day.
I actually got
right
that by
away.
luck there,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
So, Smoggy, if you're still here, bro, right, remember the big bad guy in this? Right, see how he's got a bad boy of a mustache? I'm going to grow a mustache for the second game, and I'm going to live stream it with my camera on, right? Just with this big bad boy mustache. And see when I fight him, the baldy guy with the mustache, the person who I say looks like somebody who we know. I won't mention who the person is, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. When I fight him in the second game, bro, we're going to have a battle with the mustache. It's going to be the battle with the mustaches. The best mustache will win. I'm actually thinking about doing that, by the way. Gen up, growing a big mustache, just for this game. I should do it for Red Dead Redemption as well, eh? Aye, what's up here? Aye, you're da, Craig. You're da, bro. I didn't want to say that, mate, there, eh, because we're live, but aye. You're da, mate, that's who it is. We're going to have the battle with the mustache, bro.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Aye, that's it. No many people could read or write back in the days. Aye, cheers everybody for being here. And I mentioned this already on the last live stream. I'm trying to get a review code for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Wait there, I still need to ask people stuff, don't I? And I heard back from one of the devs. They did message me back. But they said
I've
like
come
I
in
need
the
to
name of Sir
do
Hamish
something
Blunt.
else, go through this
I'm
different
investigating
thing
the
to
massacre
try and
in
get a
Neuhoff,
creator
now a
code,
murder here as well.
a review code.
Can I ask you a few questions?
So I
Ask
did all
away.
of that. So fingers crossed, we get a review code and we can play and review Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy
Oh, a
too.
beast?
Idle
Was he
hands were the
Jimmy?
devil's tools.
Jimmy, was he?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious
just
was
did
how
that
a
there.
rogue like him suddenly started going to church.
Fuck.
Now I see why, of course.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
How we doing, mate? Thank you for joining the live stream. How you been, mate? You keeping okay?
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner.
Yeah, I've been okay,
Except
mate.
lately he
Thank you
started
for
talking
asking.
to
I
the parish
appreciate that.
priest of all
I
people.
hope you're doing well too, mate.
That's all. Thank you.
Right, let's go up and talk to Father Goodwin, or Father Godwin. In fact, I feel like I still need to talk to more people, but we could still head to the church. It's up this way anyway. Aye, cheers for everybody. Cheers everybody for being here. Appreciate your time as always, everybody. Like I say, I know I say it a lot, but I genuinely mean it, by the way. Like, you're all legends.
Jesus Christ, your clothes. Were you assaulted? Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
What's wrong with my clothes?
I've come in the name of Sir Hamish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
How would I know?
Aye, you're alright, mate. You don't need
Do you
to
know who
apologise,
Lubosh
man.
used to spend time with?
I know how it is.
Kin or friends?
Like,
I
we've
don't
all
know
got a
what's
life.
spent
We're
with
all
jail
busy.
houses.
Got things going on in life. Did I do that one there?
Do you know
So,
who
yeah,
Lubosh
you
used
don't
spend
need to
time with?
apologise.
Kin or friends?
I really know
I
how
don't know,
it is, mate.
since I
Like,
don't go to jail
I'm
houses.
really busy in life when I'm not live streaming too, so...
That's
Like,
all.
we've all got stuff going on, mate, so you don't need to explain yourself or apologise, mate. I totally understand, man.
Lord watch over you.
Right, who else can we talk to, really, about this, man? Other than Father Godwin. Right, let's talk to a few people here, man. I don't want to play, I want to talk.
God be with you.
And also with you, brother.
I've come in the name of Sir Hamish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder
Even
here
the
as well.
music in
Can I
this
ask you a
game
few
is
questions?
brilliant. It's perfect
Sir
for
Hamish
this
gives
game.
a job like that to a young fellow like you? Oh, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
You don't need to thank me at all, mate. I try and, like, if
You
people are
noticed
going
anything
through
suspicious
stuff and that, I'll try and give them
I
the
didn't see
best
much of him
advice
lately.
I
Not
can.
even in the tavern.
But
Not until
I
yesterday.
will be honest, mate, I can't actually remember what we spoke about. But, mate,
Do you know
as
what
long
Lubosh
as you're
was
alright
doing
now,
the day
mate,
Neuhoff
that's the
was
main
raided?
thing.
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he...
Everybody knows what I'm like. I have a memory like a goldfish.
Do
So
you know anyone Lubosh used to
to be
spend time
honest, I
with?
can't
Relatives
actually
or
remember,
friends?
but
I really
yeah,
don't know.
I'm glad
As far as
you're
I know,
alright.
he had no kin.
Anyway, mate.
I never saw him with anyone.
And anything any advice I can give you all, if you need advice about stuff. Although I will say,
That's all.
I'm not
Thank you.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. So the advice I might give might not be the best, but I'll try and give the best advice I can. My lady? You don't want to talk to me? Okay then. Rude. You don't want to talk to me, bitch? Oh, now you do.
Jesus Christ. Your clothes.
Hey,
Were you
don't you start to
assaulted?
it. No, I wasn't. Nobody would assault me.
Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this?
It's all the same questions, but they still give you different
could see
answers.
At first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
I had something stuck in my throat there, man.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I
We
don't
do
think
need
he
to
was
get-
home. I didn't see him all day.
After this mission, we're definitely going to go and see if Teresa wants to
know
go a
who
walk
Lubosh
now,
used to spend
because
time with?
I do want to
Kin
get
or
her
friends?
to be our girlfriend
As far as
so
I know, he
she
had
can
nobody
clean her
at all.
clothes and fix her armour for free instead of us need to go to the bathhouse.
That's all. Thank you.
Basically pay for it.
May the Lord watch over you.
Right, I'm going to just go up and see Father Godwin, or Goodwin. In fact, where's the bailiff again? I want to see him. Is this not the bailiff's place right here? I don't think so. Right, let's just go up and see the priest, in fact. He can actually hit you with his sword here, see if you stand too close to him. I'm sure it's only a wooden sword he's got though. Is it this side? No, it's back here. Yeah, there he is. No, it's a real sword. Watch, I'll stand here. He'll hit me. Hit me! I feel like the Joker. Hit me! Start swinging. He can hit you. I've been hit by him before. There we go. Right. He's definitely a Knights Templar. 100%. Father Godwin. Wait. Talk to me. There we go.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
Unless you were a Templar.
I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanosh is employing children as investigators.
I ain't
But
no
ask as
child,
you
mate.
wish, boy. I hope
Don't
this
call me
nasty
boy.
business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Telling you, team. Iron Brew is the best thing in this fucking world, by the way.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
He's no
I'm
snitch,
bound
mate.
by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
That wouldn't hold up in court nowadays.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
I've never done that because I do like Father Godwin.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning
You'd
innocent
probably
people
kick her
to death?
ass too.
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of
Father,
God
you sin
grind
daily. Anyway, so I'm sure you can tell us.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up
But fast.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Farewell.
Don't hit me. Don't hit my mutt either. If you hit mutt, we're gonna have words. Right. So I'll meet him there later, but I'm gonna just walk around and talk to more people right now. Because we still, that bee is still there, so we do still need to talk to some people. I just don't know who. I feel like, you ignorant prick. I feel like it's the bailiff you need to talk to.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Right, I'm gonna go and talk to the bailiff.
That's all.
Because I feel like it's him we need to talk to.
Take care now.
I'm sure the bailiff's place is like up here somewhere. It's not that one, I don't think.
These onions will make you eat like a baby.
I bet you they will. Shove them up your arse, prick. Where's the bailiff's house again? I thought it was here somewhere.
Onions,
Fucking screamed right in my ear there. Poop my pants, man. Right, I'm sure it's not this one anyway. Is it here? No. I was sure it was one of these here. Well, let's just head down here anyway. Hopefully we come across him. Nah, no doing that way, fuck it. It's mainly up here. Where are you, bailiff? In fact, I've just been in here, have I not? No. Right, I can't remember what one of his houses is. I'll just talk to a few randoms.
Stood farm when all that slaughter went on.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you?
Here, listen, I'm not young. I've probably got bigger balls than you, mate.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking. Bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait. Are you saying he... Jesus!
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Talk to you. What do you know?
Mother of God! You look like you've been assaulted.
No, diddy.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
I did actually send you that, in fact, Smoggy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing?
I sent you a thing about John Jones.
I don't think he was home.
It was like this. I kind of remembered me of South Park a wee bit. Like John Jones trying to get away from Tom Aspinall. So he punches the police officer in the face to get the jail. And then he's like, haha, can't get me now, Tom Aspinall. And then Tom punches the police officer. And the police officer goes to put him in the same cell as him. And he's like, officer, John Jones is like, officer, I want to get moved to another cell. And he was like, well, there is one cell. And all you hear is like a squeeze of a bottle. And then the camera turns around and it's P. Diddy. And the cell squeezing the lube bottle, the baby oil. Hey, how funny is that, man? That's hilarious, bro. I loved that. Right, I really don't know who else to talk to other than the bailiff, which I can't find, and obviously Father Godwin, but we need to meet him later at the tavern. There he is up there. Where's the bailiff's place, man? I thought it was like up here next to the Onion Boy. So is the family good? Smoggy, bro. Everybody well, why? Right, so it's not going to be further up, man. It's definitely in this area. The bailiff. I know it is, man. I just can't remember where the fuck it is. Is he no next to this guy? Is that not his place here, in fact? I'll just throat punch somebody and then the bailiff will come. Right, where's my marker again? My marker's there. No, it's definitely not next to him. Because I've checked these places already. Although I will talk to Mother Teresa up here. And Mary.
How will she cope now with her livelihood? Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Look at me, darling. Do I look like somebody who's going to get robbed?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Liper. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Just
You
about
could say
it.
at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Right, she's saying the exact same as the other
Noticed
person.
anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest.
Right, the other
Never
person
saw him do
didn't
that
say
before.
that.
Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care.
Nebudeš mít žádného. Preletuje v lesi ptáček nejeden.
Right, okay, she's just singing, she doesn't want to talk.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Liper. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry.
Right,
It
you
was only
told me
shadow
you
against the
you
sky,
didn't know
but
anything, mate.
After what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all.
Farewell.
Right, man. It must be the bailiff. It must be the bailiff, man. Is the bailiff back down at his house, in fact? I didn't see him there. See, when I went to go and read the thing that says Judith. Judas. It's not this one, is it? No, because the blood's not there.
Is someone there?
Wee pebbles there. So no, he's not here. It's all being cleaned up now, though. He's not gonna need the stuff now anyway. Right, he's got to be down here then. I thought it was the other way, man. Up this way, I mean. Can I talk to you?
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Liper. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you?
Shut up, mate.
Well, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living.
Hey!
Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Right, I don't think he knows anything.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he...
What in the...
Jesus.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
Hey!
Right, let's head out.
Thank you.
God be with you.
What in the...
Right, I'm going to check up here, but I've literally looked in every house trying to find this bailiff, man.
Who's there?
Not the
Answer me.
bailiff either. Oh, we might be here. This might be it. I'll talk to you. Talk to me, prick.
What in the...
Right, come out here then now and talk to me.
What the...
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village.
Right,
He looked like he
somebody's
was in a
already
hurry.
told us this.
It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all.
Right, let's try this house up here and then I feel like we've been in every single house. Well, we'll try that one too, right enough, but I don't think that's the bailiff's house either. Who are you?
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubos used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
Right, what do you train here? Horse
I'd
riding?
like you to show me how to ride a horse better.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right, but
isn't that quite a lot? Since it's you.
I love that, since it's you.
that's not enough.
It's my final offer. In fact, that's my final offer.
Agreed. Now listen up.
Right. I really don't know where the bailiff is.
What the hell was that?
So, I've literally hunted everywhere for him. Looked every single house, man, that would let me in it anyway. Because some of them are like this and won't let you in, and I don't want to break in because I'm on a mission. So we're just going to wait for Father Godwin.
To heal, Mutt.
Pebbles.
Heal.
I hear it. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Good day. Greetings.
Wait, did I check in here? I don't think I checked here.
What was that?
Nah, it's not the bailiff's house.
Jesus!
I did try in here, in fact. Shut up, Dick. I'll go where I want to. This is my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure where the bailiff's house is. Like, I've checked everywhere. Obviously not everywhere, but... Right, I'm just gonna wait a few hours. Aye, the music in this game too is perfect for the game, I would say. Get some iron brew in me since I'm waiting. Right, are you here yet, Father? Not yet. You still up here, man? Aye, you still there? Father, come on, sir. Right, stop it there. Aye, still there, man. Come on, Father. Is the bailiff around yet? Onion boy's still standing there too. I've spoke to you. I'll speak to you. I never spoke to you, I don't think.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
In fact, we have spoke to him. We have
That's
spoke to
all.
him, I remember now.
Good luck to you.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went
I've
to
heard
confession.
all of this, man. Come on.
I was wondering what he was up to.
Give me something new.
Take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Right, I've heard all of this nonsense,
Do you
man.
know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Yeah, I spoke to them two there. You waving at me?
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Right, all of this is
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Right, so you were waving at nothing there, mate. Right, I feel like I've spoke to everybody here. Father, are you finished? Right, hold on. Stop it there. Right, he's in the tavern now, let's go. Get my road. Man's on a mission. Oh, he's not here yet. Father.
Huh?
Right, I'm just going to take a seat and wait for him. Hold on, man.
Pull me an ale.
Get your own fucking ale.
Beer. Ale.
Right, in my road. There he is. Hurry up, Father, I've been waiting on you.
One ale, please.
How we doing, Father?
Here we are.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Here you are.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
My pleasure.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important
I don't really drink, Father, but I will have a drink with you.
The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword.
It's because he's a Templar, a Knights Templar.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest.
There we go.
Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by court. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Told you all. He was a Knights Templar.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Is Prague not going to be in the second game too? Because it's not in this game too, eh? It's in.
So what do you preach to your
Not in Kingdom Come 1.
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. Tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church, the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth.
God bless them.
And they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child?
That girl's just sitting there minding her own
You want to
business.
steal and murder?
She's just like
Pay
in her
and
wee
you'll
own,
have absolution.
in her own wee
What
world.
if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Give me a whiskey.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them.
I believe you, sir.
With them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
One beer for me.
One beer for me.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes?
I love that. See the wee finger wave that Henry does.
For
Awesome, man. I love that shit.
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Here, enjoy.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
God bless them.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
I'm not really a drinker nowadays, Father, but I will have a few jars with you. Because you're a legend.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek, do dnielo i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstra, do wczera żylne staje prak. Už sej bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich muži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si huby jako poslední jen. Buďme se váby, ano rada slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Dandy! This won't take
How did I fail that?
Quick! Alarm! Hey, you! Don't move a muscle.
Do something about it.
How? Was it because I got mutt to sick him? Well, that's a first that's ever happened. I think it was because I got mutt to sick him. Right, that's it. Right, mate. Jesus Christ, man. Be praised.
That's him. I'll slaughter you.
You'll do nothing, mate. I didn't want it to come to this, Bailey. I'm here to help. Sleep, you prick. Right, that was not meant to happen there, by the way, everybody. Shit, can I do that mission again? No way, man. Somebody's going to ask the town bailiff. Can we talk, pal? I can't go back and do that, can I? I don't know if I can do this again. I messed that up big time. Right, I'm gonna go back and do that again. Fuck! Wait. We might be able to. What time is it right now with my time? Ah, shit. Shit! Can't believe that. Fuck. Right, so I've read it already, I think. Get up. I can't believe that, everybody. Where are you now? Is it you? Ah, it is you.
God be with you.
I've come in the...
Wait, no. So, we
That's
have
all.
learned
Thank
how
you.
to read, aye?
God be with you.
Yeah, we have. We have learned how to read. So we need to go back down to that Limpy Libert or whatever his name is, his house. Read that sign, the writing which says Judas. Then somebody tells us to talk to the priest. I shouldn't have got much to sick him there. Aye, one more down. I needed to get off the horse anyway. What a way though, eh?
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Hey, hold on. I'm just gonna go right up to the priest, in fact, and talk to him. See if it works. Did you fail it the first time too, Smoggy, bro? Aye. That was the first time I've ever failed it there too myself, mate, eh? But I'm gonna, like, that time there too, I got mutt to attack them too, so I'm not gonna do that. But I never done that, see, the first time. Well, the other times when I've played this game. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight up and talk to Goodwin.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father.
Right, I'm just gonna skip
here in the name
all
of
this
Sir Hannes of
rapid,
Leipa,
everybody,
investigate,
right?
and
Because
ask you a few
we've
questions.
done all this shit.
Did you know, Luke?
But
Unfortunately, there are laws.
Father, surely you can't be serious.
There are things that.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him. But if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be. If people believe.
Worse.
No one.
Right, so.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the.
Hold on, everybody. I've done all
Only
this, so I messed it up.
All right.
So I'm just skipping by this right now.